Got a trip to Italy coming up? Well, nothing's worse than freezing up whenever a local asks you a question or you need to ask for help. So in this video, you'll learn the most essential Italian phrases that you will actually need, from greetings to ordering food and asking for the restroom, plus a few mistakes that tourists make that can accidentally offend Italians. So let's take a look at the first phrase. It is buongiorno, good morning. This is used in the morning and early afternoon in formal and polite situations like shops, hotels, and restaurants. Now let's practice this phrase together.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno.
The next Italian phrase is buonasera. This means good evening. It's used from the late afternoon onward when greeting someone politely. Now let's practice this phrase.
Buonasera. Buonasera.
And you can also say ciao. This means hi and also bye. It's an informal greeting used with friends, family, or people your own age. Let's practice this phrase together.
Ciao. Ciao.
In Italy, it's expected that you greet people when you enter a place, like a shop, a cafe, a hotel, or a restaurant. If you walk in and immediately say, "a coffee please," without saying buongiorno first, it can come across as rude or abrupt, even if you didn't mean it that way. Italians consider this greeting as showing basic respect, not just politeness. The next Italian phrase is arrivederci. This means goodbye. It is a polite and slightly formal way to say goodbye, and it's often used in shops, restaurants, or hotels. Now let's practice this phrase.
Arrivederci. Arrivederci.
Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here, and don't worry about taking notes, because I've done all that hard work for you. To help you to practice everything in this guide, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which includes a bonus dialogue to practice with. To get your copy, just click on the link in the description below this video. Okay, moving on to the next phrase. It is come ti chiami? What's your name? Now this is the informal way to ask someone what their name is. Let's practice this phrase together.
Come ti chiami? Come ti chiami?
If you want to respond, you can say mi chiamo, my name is. This is used when you're introducing yourself. Now let's practice this phrase.
Mi chiamo. Mi chiamo.
As the conversation progresses, you can say come stai, meaning how are you? This is the informal version used with friends or people you know well. Let's practice it together.
Come stai? Come stai?
Now, if you want the formal version of this phrase, you can say come sta. Again, it means how are you? And you can use this variation with strangers or people in a professional situation, such as a pharmacist or a doctor. Now let's practice this one together.
Come sta? Come sta?
To respond to this question, you can say sto bene, grazie, e tu? This means I'm well, thank you, and you, and it is a common response that you'll hear quite a lot. Let's practice this one together.
Sto bene, grazie. E tu? Sto bene, grazie. E tu?
Another variation you can say is sto benissimo, meaning I'm very well. Now let's practice it together.
Sto benissimo. Sto benissimo.
Or for something more casual and relaxed, you can say va tutto bene. Everything is going well. Let's practice this phrase together.
Va tutto bene. Va tutto bene.
To ask where someone's from, you can say di dove sei? Where are you from? Let's practice this one together.
Di dove sei? Di dove sei?
To respond to this question, you can say sono di, I'm from. After this phrase, you can add a city or a place, such as sono di Roma, sono di Melbourne, sono di New York. Now let's practice this phrase together.
Sono di Roma. Sono di Roma.
Or if you want to say your nationality, you can simply say sono and then add your nationality, such as sono americano, sono australiano. Let's practice this one together.
Sono americano. Americana. Sono americano. Americana.
Now, being polite is very important in Italy. Now, if you want to say please, you should say per favore. This is used to make polite requests. Let's practice this one together.
Per favore. Per favore.
Now, to say thank you in Italian, which you may already know, it's grazie. This is the most common way to express gratitude. Let's practice it together.
Grazie. Grazie.
If you're very thankful, you can say grazie mille. Thank you very much. This literally means 1,000 thanks. Now let's practice this phrase.
Grazie mille. Grazie mille.
Perhaps the most versatile Italian word, which means you're welcome, or go ahead, or after you, or who's next, is prego. You will hear this all the time, so let's practice it together.
Prego. Prego.
Are you enjoying this lesson? Don't let the learning stop here. To help you to practice everything in this guide, make sure you download your free PDF cheat sheet, which also includes a bonus dialogue to practice with. To get your free copy, just click on the link in the description below this video. Now, if you ever need to apologize, here are some essential phrases that you'll need. The first one is scusa. This means sorry or excuse me, and it's the informal version. This is used with friends or people that you know quite well. Let's practice it together.
Scusa. Scusa.
A more formal variation of scusa is scusi. Use this with strangers or in shops and restaurants. Let's practice it.
Scusi. Scusi.
Now, if you want to add a little bit more emphasis, you can say scusami, informal, or mi scusi. These both mean excuse me, I'm sorry. We have the informal and the formal version. Let's practice them together.
Scusami. Scusami. Mi scusi. Mi scusi.
The next phrase is permesso. This literally means permission, and we use it kind of like a question. Italians use this word when they are asking if they can politely move past someone, such as entering a room or squeezing through a crowded space. Now, many tourists say scusa instead, but permesso is actually the more natural and polite choice in these situations. So let's practice using it.
Permesso. Permesso.
If you want to apologize for something, you can say mi dispiace, I'm sorry. This is used for emotional situations or when you're expressing sympathy. Let's practice this phrase together.
Mi dispiace. Mi dispiace.
Now, if you're looking for something, you will definitely need to learn this next phrase, which is dove, where is? Let's practice saying it.
Dov'è? Dov'è?
Now, we can use this phrase when we want to ask for something like the bathroom, in which case we say dov'è il bagno? Now this just might be the most important Italian phrase that you learn. Let's practice it.
Dov'è il bagno? Dov'è il bagno?
Now if you're buying something and you want to know what the price is, you can say this phrase, which is Quanto costa? Let's practice it together.
Quanto costa? Quanto costa?
Now if you want to ask, can you give me? Then you'll need to learn this phrase, which is Mi può dare? This is particularly handy if you're in a shop or cafe or you want to order something. Let's practice it together.
Mi può dare? Mi può dare?
The most polite way to order food or drink in Italian is with this phrase. It is vorrei, meaning I would like. Let's practice using it.
Vorrei? Vorrei?
Now, Italians also say this phrase, which is pretty standard and neutral. It's neither informal or informal. It is prendo, literally, I'll take. This is a common way to order anything in Italian, both at bars, cafes, or restaurants. For example, you can say, Prendo un caffè, per favore. I'll take a coffee, please. Now let's practice this phrase.
Prendo un caffè, per favore. Prendo un caffè, per favore.
And when it comes time to pay, you'll need to know this phrase, which is Ci porti il conto, per favore. This is a polite way to ask for the check or bill in a restaurant. Let's practice it together.
Ci porti il conto, per favore? Ci porti il conto, per favore?
So while you now know the most important Italian phrases for traveling in Italy, the only problem is that if you don't remember them, then they're pretty much useless. So watch this video here where I share exactly how to remember any Italian word that it feels like magic.